Alrighty. Here we are. We're back. Here's the lovely, quick intro for you, just in case you've never listened to our show, which is
stupid.
Yep. Should probably go somewhere else now.
Yeah.
But welcome to our show. It's called Nailed and Screwed, and no, I don't mean that kind of nailed and screwed, so move along, you freaking perverts. And on this show, we'll share some of the wild stories that take place during construction, flipping, and other side jobs conducted by my man Chris Russo and his crew of expert general contractors. We'll also throw in a couple of informational sessions when it comes to the flipping business and share some ideas on what it takes to become successful. As for me, call me Captain Morgan, and I'll be alongside Chris asking the stupid, unexperienced questions because I don't know shit about shit when it comes to construction and flipping houses. So, all right. I'm going to start off with something. So last week, right, I meant to tell you this. I probably shit my pants probably like 4 or 5 times during the day, right? So like
what, real life?
It wasn't like shit my pants, but like
okay.
Legit, like I was shitting all day before we started recording.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the show or not, but I'm gonna do my best.
What, last week?
Last week. It was a secret. You didn't know.
No, I didn't I didn't get any indications there was any issues. So that's good. Okay.
And my stomach likes to make a lot of loud noises and all that shit, but we got lucky. I didn't have to edit any of that out. But
okay, all right.
I had
good to know.
What did I have? Is it Primo?
Primo Hoagies?
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you ate, but that's
what it's called.
That's a company.
That's
yeah,
what it's called.
Yeah.
That shit fucked me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like their hoagies.
Never again.
No?
Mm-mm.
All right.
I mean, they were delicious, but
just not working later on.
Nah, I don't want that.
Okay. All right.
Asshole burning for hours. Anyways, kind of leads into a question, and
does it?
Yeah, it does. Surprisingly,
I was perfectly fine last week. If that's what you want. That's the question. Okay. All right. Okay.
No.
All right.
So the question, and it kind of comes along from a friend of ours, Rye, and he suggested we try to ask, like, what's your favorite, I guess, like, food on site? Like, what do you guys eat for lunch and shit like that?
You're not even going to believe it.
Is it all over the place?
It's all over the place.
Really?
And you'll be surprised. Like
you guys don't pack your lunches and...
No, on the weekends, no. And it'll be anywhere from just straight pizza, like pizza, Wawa, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All the way up to, like, when we were working down the shore, like, we went to, like, we were getting, like, scallops and shrimp, like,
for lunch.
Yeah, like, I'm telling you, man.
I guess that makes sense.
We went to the Vietnamese place.
You took like a long lunch then.
That was a little longer, yeah. But we went to the Vietnamese place last week and got pho soup.
Oh yeah.
So we all got that. There's that. The big thing between me, Bri, Jay, and Adam is lobster bisque.
Wow, really?
I'm telling you, we don't fuck around, man. Shit? Yeah, we don't fuck around. Especially when we were in LBI. When we were in LBI, it was, yeah, man. We were eating like real food,
fresh seafood. So
yeah, but like sitting down, we like go to like a restaurant, like we're like sitting down,
lunch.
Yeah, for lunch with construction curves. Yeah, we don't. There's no games, man. Yeah, not a lot of work done in the second half, but
that's you got that. What is it? The itis, right?
Yeah, it's rough, man.
You ain't doing shit after that.
I know, but we eat pretty good, man. I mean,
well, what's your favorite? Like, if you had to eat one thing every weekend.
I mean, I'll eat pizza every day if that's, I'll definitely eat pizza.
One time I was there, you guys got fucking Wawa.
Yeah, Wawa's good, like, because we get gas there, it's the gas card and all that stuff. So we get Wawa a lot. Plus, it's quick. It depends on where we're at. Sometimes if everything's rolling good and we don't have to like, oh shit, we're behind on this.
Yeah,
we'll all go. And if there's times where we're under the gun, one person will go pick up whatever and come back, so the rest of us can just keep going.
That makes sense.
It's like that 30 minutes or hour, whatever it is that we don't have to go running around.
Yeah,
I mean, you got 5-6 dudes. You can get some shit done.
All right,
you know what I mean?
So pizza, though, that's your answer.
I mean,
if you could eat one thing every weekend, pizza would be.
I don't care, man. I can eat pizza every day.
See, that same here.
So
love that shit.
But we have no problem eating steak and lobster bisque for lunch, and then everybody's
gonna want to fucking come work for you now.
Yeah, That one year we went to the Puerto Rican festival, the Puerto Rican Day in Bristol.
Yeah.
We went there and
For
ate.
lunch?
Yeah, we went there and ate. So,
That's awesome.
Nah, good question. We'll keep those coming.
I like it.
Never a problem talking about food. I weigh about $160, but I can hang with anybody when it comes to eating.
Not this guy. A little bit more than that. But all right, that's nothing. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Just in case everyone doesn't know either, Wawa's are, I don't know, what do you call it now? It's like a local convenient store, gas station, hoagie place. There's a big thing between, because we're out in PA, so it's Wawa and Sheetz, right? I think it's Sheetz.
Yeah, I think so.
Sheetz is like Central PA, and there's a big battle between the two.
Yeah, anybody doesn't have a Wawa, I feel bad for them.
Me too. Even though it's not, I don't know. Back in the day, it used to be like,
Nah, I hear you.
I was legit.
Changed a little bit.
The rolls are a little bit harder, not as soft. Anyways.
But it's super convenient.
All right. I just want everybody to know about that. Wawa life. So what do we got today? What's our story?
Today we're gonna go back into the rental game. Same property down the shore. This was a few years ago. This wasn't, super recent, but a few years ago.
Not recent.
Not
today.
Recent. I know. Some people aren't following along.
In the past. It's already done.
Yeah. So a few years ago, and now this rental story happened during the season. So during the season, summer time, whatever, it's usually a couple days or a week.
This is at the shore?
At the shore.
So that's what you mean by season.
Yeah. So down the shore, and it could be a few days rental or a week rental, whatever. So the property my wife and I own is a duplex, so top bottom duplex.
Right.
And we had it fully booked for that, whatever it was. I think it was like a Thursday to Monday or some shit, whatever it is. So we had one group staying upstairs, one group staying downstairs. Mm-hmm. So the people upstairs was a mom and I think her daughters or a daughter and her friends, whatever it was, like teenagers. Mm-hmm. And then downstairs was like a whole family, grandma, mom, dad, kids, like, that kind of thing.
This is the duplex that you stay in.
Yeah, but we rent too, so we mix them out. Yeah, we usually we usually go there like the holidays and stuff.
Yeah.
So me, I'm all about making money. You gotta,
that's part of the business.
Part of the business.
Right?
I mean, I got $100 bills tattooed on my bicep, so it's like for real.
Please take a picture of that.
Yeah, definitely right here. My man Gus did it for me a long time ago.
Gotta add it to this.
Yeah, I mean, why would I not tattoo money on me?
That's fantastic.
So I got it booked up, right? And I'm speaking to both people. Everything sounds good. Everybody's good. So they check in after about a day or so, just like a quick message, follow up with them. How's everything? Oh yeah, great. We love it, blah, blah, blah. Both groups. So a whole weekend goes by. Mm-hmm. No message. So usually no news is good news.
A whole weekend.
Yeah. Okay. So Saturday, Sunday,
it's always you get these long periods of time where people don't get in contact with you.
I know. That's where it's like you never know. Right, it's sometimes I'm like, oh, cool. Sometimes you get some dumbass questions.
Yeah.
So it's good when you don't have to hear that, but then when it's coming to the end, you're kind of like, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard like, hey, we love it. This place sucks. I haven't heard anything. So you kind of wonder.
You want to know about that sometimes, like. But
yeah, I guess, like what's the feedback? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't really fall in.
I know he's nervous, right? Like, should I initiate it?
Yeah.
Because if it's like I don't want to hear their, I don't want to hear their shit either. Yeah. So
no, we're missing.
Yeah, we're missing a toothbrush. Like, bring your own toothbrush. So I don't hear anything, and my property manager, when they were checking, say they're checking out Monday. He's like, hey, I can't get there Monday. Is it cool if I just go Tuesday, get everything ready, clean up and all that? I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
so you do? You have a property manager? You did?
I do, right? Okay. So I mean, I'm very hands on, but with that also too, in that town, you have to have somebody quote unquote local to even put on record.
Okay.
So you need to have some type of somebody there,
so they can do like an immediate response if needed.
Yeah, it's all it's all bullshit. and I'll get into that about how what is even going on there.
Yep.
So I'm like, yeah, just go Tuesday, whatever. I was like, I didn't hear nothing, so everything should be good. So Tuesday comes, and he sends me a picture of my table out back, like where like the patio table.
Yeah.
and it was glass, right? The fucking thing is smashed. Like I'm talking like just pieces, not like a crack. Like I'm talking like straight smashed. Shattered. And he's like, he sent his picture. He's like, do you know what happened here? And I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, I don't, like, nah. I don't even know like anything. Like, no, there's no bad feedback, nothing. And he's like, yeah, this thing's like, I was like, you go in the house, and he went in the house and all, and he's like, it seems okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. So
who is this again?
The property manager.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right. I was like, let me call these fucking people. I was like, so
got to do it now.
Yeah. So I start with the people upstairs. No answer. Can't get in contact with them.
They're already on the run.
Yeah. Like so you'll see. So I'm like, all right, let me try the people downstairs. So I call a number downstairs. Dude answers. He's like, hey. I was like, I'm Chris Russo, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, hey. I was like, yeah, so was everything all right this weekend? Or what? And he's like, we really liked the house, but it was probably the worst experience I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
And I go,
unexpected.
I go, okay. Do you? I need like what happened?
Yeah, details, please.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you? Yeah,
what happened? He goes, I don't. You gotta talk to my wife. And I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, where the fuck is she then?
So she gets on the phone. She's like, hey, yeah, thank you. Yeah, the house was great, but we had a really bad experience.
Wow.
And I'm like. And we're just like in shock, like we can't. And I'm thinking in my head,
tell me.
Yeah, I'm trying to chill, but the same. I'm like, what the fuck could be the worst thing you ever experienced in your life? Like, would you see a roach or something?
Right.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm like, oh man,
rat or something.
Yeah, and then she's like,
not much you see at the shore, animal wise.
No,
maybe roaches.
No. So she's like, yeah, like. All these people came and they were trying to get in the house, and then I go, whoa, back up. What do you mean? Like what? People just came and just came to the house. I go, what? She's like, well, I think the people upstairs, the girl like tried to have a party or something.
Oh yeah.
And I go,
here we go.
Oh, and I go,
this is that shore shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I go, hold on. I was like, did you see her mom? And she goes, we saw her the first day, but then we didn't see her after that.
I know what that is.
And I'm like,
is this the mom rent it for the kids and the kids have a wild ass?
That's where we get to, right?
Yeah,
well, you're kind of like that. You're kind of there.
Yeah,
but what I'm about to say, you'll be like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
So she goes, yeah. And
we had a couple of those back in the day.
We did, except for what's about to happen. So she goes, yeah, like it was crazy and all. And then, until they pulled the guns out, I go, what?
Oh,
no. I go, wait, whoa. I go, who pulled guns? She's like one of the people pulled it. I go, we were trying. She goes, we were trying to like barricade the door, and they were pushing in, and they rammed the gun through your screen, so the screen ripped. I'm sorry. I go, lady, I don't care about that screen right now. I said, back up. I go, why would people randomly come to the house if there's a party and then pull guns?
Oh my God.
And she's like, well, my husband got in an argument with them because they were trying to get in the house. I go.
So they probably thought the whole place was rented out for that one person, but
probably.
Okay.
So I go, all right. So she tells me. So I said, listen, hold on. I said, let me call you back. All right. I said, because now I got to go talk to the other people.
Yep.
So she's like, all right. She's like, yeah. See what they said. I go, by the way, I go, who smashed my table?
Yeah, seriously.
She goes, I have no idea.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right. So now I'm like, all right, I got one side of the story. I learned a lot of things and I've listened to stuff, and it's like, if you automatically just jump on one side.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I've learned to just be calm. You gotta
get both stories first.
Yes. And then I'm going to make a decision.
Together. Yep.
So I hang up with her. All right, let me try to get this other lady. So I get the other lady on the phone. She goes, oh, hello, and blah, blah, blah. And she
finally picks up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, hey, it's Chris, blah, blah, blah. She's like, hey. And I was like, yeah, is everything good at the house? I said, because my property manager just said my table in the back is completely smashed. She goes, yeah, we don't know what happened with that. And I'm like,
false.
So I started, instead of jumping in like, hey, the people downstairs said this, I'm like, hey, my table was smashed, so I figured I'd call you to find out like
see what's going on.
What happened. She's like, yeah.
I like that move. That's a good move.
She's like, hey, we don't know what happened with that. And I was like, was there like other people there or something? Like, cause
get the
and she goes,
here's your chance to tell the story.
She goes, yeah, I'm really sorry that we tried to tell them there wasn't a party. I go, wait. I go, sorry again. She's like, yeah, my apparently when I wasn't there. And I go, whoa, wait, what the fuck? I go, you said you were there with your teenage kids. I said, why? She goes, well, my daughter and her friend, and apparently
friends,
her friend put my address on the fucking internet.
Wow.
And said, there's a party at blah, blah, blah street.
Oh, my God.
And I go, she goes, yes, I'm not really, I was like, and I started asking some questions knowing.
You can't do that at the shore either.
No.
That's wild.
So now I know what the other lady told me. So I started saying some stuff. I'm like, yeah, apparently it came a gun. She goes, yeah, I don't really know. I go, yeah, you want to know why you don't know? Because you weren't fucking there. That's why. You weren't fucking there. And she's like, well, I go, no. This is like complete, like, false, misrepresentation, whatever you want to say. I said, you went through such and such website saying adult, blah, 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 this and that. I said, so this is wrong all across the board.
God, I can't believe they can do that kind of well, I can't.
You can just be out. You know what I mean? So I'm going off on this lady. I'm like, listen, I don't know what's going to happen, but you need to, you're like, financially, you're going to have to do something here.
Absolutely.
Like
table, screen door, whatever it was, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the other part too. So I hang up with this lady because I'm like, I'm not done with you, but I'm done talking to you right now. So I called other people back. I said, look, by all means, I'm gonna give you all your money back. Like the people downstairs, like the whole week, like I'm gonna refund all of it.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't. I'm sorry from what you experienced. She's like, yeah, like they had the gun there. I'm trying to get my mom and my kids out of the way. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, they're worried about getting shot.
Yeah, I would have to.
Their mom was like 80. So yeah, the mom's 80 years old. She's got guns pointed at her. The kids,
Wait, the mom was 80 years old?
Sorry. The lady's mom.
Ah, okay.
So, and the other lady was like jumping in front of the shotgun, and the kids are behind us. So, and they're trying to ram the door.
Shotgun.
Yeah,
this is wild.
First of all, that's why I'm like, dude, like, who rolls with a shotgun? You got to have like. I asked, like, I said, you wearing a trench coat? I said, because to conceal that is rough,
especially down there, man.
In Jersey,
the cops are all over the place down there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I talked to her. I'm like, listen,
in Jersey, yeah, you're right. Real strict over there.
So it gets better. So I'm like, listen, I'm gonna give you all your money back. Like, don't worry about it. I apologize. Like, I can't do anything more. She goes, here's the best part. This lady's awesome. She goes, hey, thank you. It's not your fault. And she goes, but we're still gonna leave you a good review. I go, really? I go, I don't even know what you can write about. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, seriously.
I was like, yeah, like, what are you gonna say? Like, great location. Like, so
it was good, and it was good until
the shotgun was pointed at my kid.
We felt real safe.
And I go, can I ask you something? She goes, what? I go, how come no one called me?
Yeah, seriously.
And she goes, well, we were in the police station until like midnight.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
And I was like, all right, I understand your side. She goes, well, the cops said they were going to call you. I go, nope, here we go again. Remember last time?
Yeah.
The first problem, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to call you. I was like, nah, nobody called me. So I know I got to pay that. Now, the people at the bottom were using one.
That's really nice of you to refund that money, too.
I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah, they did have a real shitty experience. So.
I mean, I didn't know how else to approach that.
That's fair.
I didn't even feel right just giving the money. Like, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, all these things are racing in my head. I'm like, what if the guy pulled the trigger? And it's fucking, you got somebody capped in the front door.
So,
think about it. Crime scene?
Yeah, your previous tenant there was, could have been, you didn't even know if they were alive. Now you had this situation.
Yeah, like I didn't see this coming at all, obviously.
Death scenarios.
So, so we're talking about that, get our money back, blah, blah, blah. Good review. And I said, but I asked by the cops and call. She only said they were going to. So before I called them again, I called a lady back. And I'm like, look, you're definitely coming out of pocket for something.
Yeah,
she's like, well, I didn't, she's trying to like push back on me.
Nope.
Not happening.
Nah.
So the top where she was one agency. The bottom was a different agency. Now, if it was all the same, it would have been easy. Like I could have got everything taken care of.
Right.
So basically what happened was the one company actually gave me money back to take care of the damages.
Okay.
Which was cool.
Wait, so agency, like,
I'm online. I don't want to say the company, but you know, you can go online. You can
and
get
you do the rentals through that.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So they actually helped and they paid for
I
damages.
like that. That's a good idea.
And the good news was the damages that occurred actually covered what I need to pay back the other people.
Yeah. So through the agency, they have to probably sign some kind of agreement, right?
Yeah,
Like
and there's
no
like
damages and all that stuff,
Yep,
and that's why they were able to get that.
but that table, like the amount of money they gave me for that table was crazy.
Like too much or too little?
It was too much. Like so that's what I'm saying. Like it covered the downstairs.
agency.
Yeah, it
well,
covered.
yeah, it's insurance.
So if it was all under the same, I actually would have came up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they would have covered that plus the damages, but it didn't work out. But it's all good. I don't give a shit about that. It was more that no one died, and you know, so
That's always a win.
So I'm like arguing with the lady because she was like, oh, I don't know, blah blah blah. I'm like, lady, like you're acting like you're taking. I said, how are you sitting here arguing with me?
I don't get that.
Like you have no responsibility in this.
Because she dipped, right?
Yes.
She didn't
Well,
say.
I can't control what people are typing on the internet, and I'm like.
I
Well,
would've
I
punched her
said
in the
maybe if you were present,
Yeah.
you would have heard the girls talking.
Now, were these kids, were they?
They're like 17, 18.
Okay, so they were
Adult-ish.
adult-ish.
Yeah, ish. Right? I was like, but if you were there, you'd hear them talking and maybe be able to prevent it.
Yep.
But again,
Adult supervision.
you weren't fucking there.
That's crazy.
Like, that's the key point. You weren't there.
Yep.
You know, sidebar real quick. I had a couple of these events.
Of course.
So
'Cause it's the shore.
same situation, right? Now, the person downstairs was staying. I knew him, and he was there. And he's calling me. He's like, "Yo, man, last night the music was crazy. You know, it was 3 a.m. Blah blah blah."
I guess that's part of the problem of having a
It is
duplex.
if you
and
get
multiple
if you get
people, right?
decent people, top and bottom,
Yeah.
it's gold
Oh, of course.
because you're getting for one property, you're
Everybody's
getting
happy.
double.
You're supposed to be there going to the shore and not having these.
I say it all the time.
parties.
Whenever they're flipping out about some bullshit, I'm like, "Aren't you there to go to the fucking beach?
Exactly.
Boardwalk?
Yeah.
Like, who's sitting in here?"
That's how we used to do. We go there, spend the day at the shore, come back and stuff our faces or something.
Yeah, whatever. So similar thing, not as bad, but again, he's like, "Yo, music was crazy." So I text the lady. I'm like, "Yo, man, music's crazy, right?" She's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I'll think about." And then she's like, "Yeah, I'll let him know."
Are they from New York?
It's all over New York, Jersey.
okay.
Yeah. But this little sidebar story,
I feel like the New Yorkers give less fucks than the people from Jersey.
I don't know. There's just you're an asshole. You're an asshole. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're from.
True.
You know? So, but yeah, this lady too. I'm arguing with her. She goes, "I'll let them know." I text her back. I go, "What do you mean you'll let them know?" I go, "That means you're not there."
Oh no!
So it was the same thing, right? So I'm arguing with her,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh well, I'll be there later today." I said, "Lady, if you're not there at 4:00 and my guy doesn't see you,"
Yeah.
I said, "It's a wrap."
So I was just gonna say that.
And she's like, "Oh well, sorry, I work for a lawyer, so I'm in court all day." I said, "Then you know that you signed up for you to be there."
Yeah.
So I got them out that day.
That's good.
I called. I go, "You're leaving now, otherwise there's a problem." And my buddy's like, "Hey, the girl came down. She's crying." I said, "I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
who's
bye.
crying."
Adios.
So-
Did you punch her in the face while you're at it?
I've been through. You have to get really slick on how you're screening people through email, text message, and all that to understand what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
I've become very good at this.
That was one of my questions. Was how do you do like the background checks? Is there any background check? I think I asked you on the first one. Maybe
That's when you're doing something
but I
longer.
heard there's like apps or something out there that
Like in this situation, if you're going through an agency and you're like, "Hey, I'm going to the shore for a week,"
yeah.
you're signing up with them. You're doing
That's
whatever.
it.
I don't do any background, but you look at their reviews. I ask a shit ton of questions before I approve it,
Yeah.
and then based on their responses, I can kind of tell. Am I dealing with an 18-year-old acting like they're 25?
Oh, yeah. Yep,
I mean,
okay.
first and foremost, I don't do anybody under 25.
That's a good call.
So that's the first part.
Good call.
But and the town we're in is really cracking down on this.
Yeah.
So that's what I was worried about. So back to the original story. Once this happened, I'm like, fuck, man, 'cause they got a 3-strike rule.
Okay.
So you get 3 violations, you can't rent.
Oh, at all? Like ever again?
I mean, I don't know if it's ever like till eternity,
Is
but
that like if it's like the police show up?
please show up,
That's
shit like
one
that.
strike.
You know, somebody jams a shotgun through your screen door, like that kind of shit.
Who records that? Who makes note of
They
that?
fucking do.
Do they? All right.
The one time I had the top and the bottom just get into an argument,
Yeah.
and they sent me a fucking letter saying you had a party at your house. That's a violation. It was 3 people.
Oh wait, so you can't rent then?
Yes, me.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you meant like
They can't come back. No.
Yeah, I thought they somehow recorded the people
the
that
renter?
are renting. Yeah,
No, the landlord gets fucking hit.
that sucks.
Yes.
That sucks.
So I'm sitting there thinking like, all right, well, police were obviously notified. And
oh man, that really sucks.
yeah. So
now you're counting on like you're about to screw my whole
how the
income
fuck
right
do you
now.
control someone putting something on the internet and
I
random
don't
and
get it.
30
That's
heads
crazy.
come off the boardwalk and people are carrying guns? How do you control that?
You don't.
So I call the
two
cops now,
strikes.
right? I go, hey, again, hey, so blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're the owner? Yes. I go, yeah, apparently there was a situation in my house Saturday, because today's Tuesday.
Saturday?
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, we were going to call you and just let you know we're looking into it. And I go, what the fuck? I'm like, so there was guns, blah, blah. He's like, yeah. He goes, luckily, now at the time, because this was years ago, I didn't have any cameras.
Oh, the Stone Age.
Yes. So luckily, my neighbors had them, so they did pick up footage.
Okay.
And yeah, it was legit. Like you just see
People coming up.
people coming down the block.
Damn.
And then I didn't see the actual gun drawn, but you see him coming down the block. So this dude gets locked up for a gun, and he had drugs on him.
That's probably why he had the gun.
Wow, whatever it is. But getting popped with it, I'm sure he's got a problem right now because I mean, you get hit with a gun charge in Jersey.
That's a wrap. You're in jail forever, bro.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the gun wasn't legal.
I'm gonna agree with that.
So he gets hit there, and then the cops are like, "Hey, we're doing an investigation." So I hang up with them. Now I'm thinking, I'm like, "Fuck!" And now I got to reach out to license and inspections because that's who's gonna pop you. It's not the cops.
Yeah,
cops do the report, but the license and inspections are the ones they're tracking the
Strike
stuff.
two,
It's code
strike
enforcement,
three.
right?
Right.
So I'm thinking back, like when you're younger, I'm like, do I actually come forward or do I let them come to me? Like, what's better? So I'm like, fuck it, man. Let me just call them. So I call up and they're like, yeah, we're reviewing the tapes. I said, well,
you have any strikes on you already or no?
that one,
Just
that one where the two people argued.
Okay.
So I'm thinking in my head,
So it's
one
possibly strike two.
plus gun charge isn't,
Oh, that's good. Double strike.
That's what I thought. So he goes, we'll get back to you.
Okay.
He goes, we're gonna review and get back to you.
Now you're shitting your pants and
Yep.
waiting.
So I get an email like whatever a day later, and it's like, we reviewed everything, and we determined that this was completely out of your control. I'm like, I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, what?
How
What did you
is
need to review anything?
I wasn't there.
Yeah, I wasn't
What
there.
do you want me to do?
Now that's what a lot of people are always claiming.
Arguing? Yeah,
But now, present day now, like that's just not flying.
at all.
If you rent between April to June,
Yeah.
and you are not renting to a family, like people same last name and shit, then you have to fill out this form, provide all the information of the people, everything, because if anything happens, like they're really cracking down.
That's good though. That's awesome.
It is. It's
probably a bigger pain in the ass for you, but in the long
it is.
run,
I mean, money they've jacked.
less chance of getting that third strike, right?
Yeah. So I only got one because they didn't give me that. Yeah. Think about it. I get one for two people arguing at a party. I got somebody comes down there with guns, and I don't get one for that. So whatever. So how you want to slice it? I should probably have one, right?
Yeah.
So, I was worried about that. Luckily, that was through. But like, how do you control this? And they are sticking to a point, even to the point where like if a parent rents and leaves the kids there, and gets crazy, whatever.
Yeah.
From what I heard, now this is bullshit. They were saying like they're going after the parents now, the town, like sending fines to the parents.
That's I agree. I think I agree with that.
It is. I don't know how you connect the dots there, but that's not my concern. But I try to really screen for making sure it's a family, it's over 25, blah blah blah, and I get hit all the time with high school people for senior week.
Of course.
And it's like, hey, I'm
prom
Johnny, and
like that.
me and my friend are responsible 18-year-olds. I'm like, right there.
False.
The fact that you have to put responsible in front of that, like come on, man. I was 18 too. So I get a lot of them. You got to screen through those people. I had the one girl. She tries the book. I'm telling her,
Wait, so you screen the people. You're screening through the agency, or is that like?
So you could do it two ways. You could set it up.
How do you respond to that? Like, sorry, guy, you're not getting it.
Well, I'll tell you how. Yeah. So like you can have it on where it's instantly booked. Like they can just go on there, click good, and they're in.
Right.
Which I learned over the time. Once they're in, to try to reverse it.
It's impossible.
Not impossible. It's just you got to go through some stuff, right? So I've been turning on like where I got to approve it, which they always say that reduces your chances at booking because now it's an extra step for somebody.
Okay.
So I get it, but you know what? I don't care. So I have that. So now you're engaging basically almost through like a text message kind of thing.
Okay.
So they're going with this, asking questions. So, you know, I'm not going to give away my secrets on here on how I set them up because some of these kids might be listening.
Yeah, don't do it.
Nah. So I did that, and the girl's finally like, "Hey, you know, like, why don't you call my dad?" And I'm thinking, I don't even have you booked. Like, why the fuck I gotta call your dad? So I was like, whatever. I was like, tell your dad to call me.
Yeah.
So he calls me up. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" Blah blah. blah. And
Are you gonna fucking be there? Are you
right. As I
be
said,
there?
Friday, he goes, "Well, nah, I wasn't planning on being. Like, I might pop in." I go, "Dude, I can't do it." He's like, "Well, where are these kids gonna go?" I go, "I don't fucking know."
Figure the fuck out.
Yeah. I was like, he's like, "You know what?" He's like, "I don't know how old you are." I go, "Probably as old as you are."
Yeah.
I was like, "But yeah, I know when we were teenagers, like you could be 18 and go rent and all that shit." I said, "That shit's out."
My house isn't there for you to fucking destroy.
I went through the whole
It's
thing.
like in
He's
a
like,
third strike.
he was cool though. He's like, I started breaking down. I go, "Look, here's the deal. Here's the deal." And he goes, "Totally understand, man."
Yeah.
And I don't even know how we got into it. I'm talking to this guy for like 40 minutes.
Like,
All right.
Like family situations.
Yeah.
and
Next
life
thing you
stories.
know, he's like, I don't know how he talked about flipping and all this shit. And next thing you know, he's like, "Yeah, I got like, I don't know, 150. Like I'll throw it with you. You know, I'm like, what, $150,000? And he's like, yeah. He goes, "Yeah, I'll give it to you. You invest. You know, you build some house." I go,
Oh, really?
Exactly. Yeah, all right. I was like, we can see what happens here. Nothing materialized, but it was just funny. Like we went from your high school senior kid trying to rent my house to
Potentially about to destroy my house.
yeah, and to you potentially backing a project.
That's awesome. You never know.
No, listen.
You
Like I said
never
before, I eat this shit, breathe it, live it, whatever you want to call it.
Take advantage.
I'll
of
talk
whatever.
this shit to anybody
That's
when it comes to real estate and flipping and construction.
I wish I had 150K just to throw out anything.
Because you never know who you're going to talk to.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once you put it on the paper, I mean,
So they still didn't. The kids didn't get the place though.
fuck
right?
no. Exactly. I don't know if he was, you know, whatever. He sounded genuine, but I was like, nah. And then he's like, he kind of at the end, he's like, "Oh, you know, we can't do, no, we can't do nothing."
No. Mm-mm.
So he's like, "Well, where am I?" I said, "Call a hotel. You want to go a place? A hotel will
destroy
take
that
anybody."
shit. We destroyed a couple here. And
Oh,
there.
plenty of them, man. It like, because the hotels, like, you know, you'll see it. There'll be 500 kids.
Yeah.
And
that's all they're all hanging out the balconies and shit like
Yep.
that. Yeah, I remember.
all night long. Yeah, that still happens. But speaking of that, so a few years ago as well, we were renting to somebody. Same thing, you know, check how you're doing, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't say anything. But we're about 3 days in, right? And my wife, Luce, is downstairs, right? At the downstairs unit. I don't know if she was doing cleaning or something, or her and Frankie were just staying there.
Right.
And I'm like, let me just hit these people up, see how it's going. In case they needed something, Luce was right there. So I text her and I'm like, "Hey, you know, how's everything going?" And she's like, "Well, since you asked."
Well,
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, man.
now,
She's like,
now I understand why you.
I left it alone.
Yeah, why you try not to text.
Here's the
anybody
response,
or-
right? Again, she goes, "This place is so disgusting. I can't even feed my kid breakfast."
Wow.
And I go, "Man, like that was like a punch in the stomach to me because we take pride in this
right
shit."
there, all of a sudden you're thinking like, did we not clean after the
Exactly.
last person?
Exactly.
Like, what the hell happened?
Like when you describe it to that T, that's
Yeah.
pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking in my head, like, there's no fucking way. Like everybody's level
Do
of
you have,
cleanliness are different.
Do you guys clean it, or do you have like a housekeeping?
In the
company come out
beginning,
and do it?
Luce was doing majority of
That's a
running
lot.
down to cleaning.
That's
You know
a
what I mean?
lot.
My mom would help her sometimes. I would try to go down, but like, you know, I'm doing 8. You know,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, in the beginning, trying to cut costs, you know, you do what you
Yeah,
gotta do.
yeah.
But now, no, we have somebody to clean.
Okay.
So she
But
said,
at that time you didn't.
no, we didn't. Right now, listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Yeah.
My wife's Puerto Rican.
Uh-oh.
If you don't smell a fucking fabuloso bomb in the house, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna sit like. So I felt I was upset.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I was scared to tell her
Fabuloso's even
because I'm
better.
thinking in my head, if you're gonna tell a Puerto Rican woman that she didn't do a good job cleaning,
Oh, goodness.
look the fuck out.
That's
all right.
a wrap.
So I'm like, so Luce calls me. She's like, "Yeah, what they say?" I
Did
go,
she go right upstairs?
So here's how it goes. So Luce goes, what'd they say? And I go, I don't know. She said it's like completely disgusting. And she's like, what? And I go, she's like, I just fucking clean. I go, I know.
Just
I go,
Fabuloso that whole fucking place.
yeah, she mixes bleach with fucking Fabuloso, man. It kills everything. So I was like, just chill. All right. I was like, this is technically like a business for us. Like, we got reviewed, blah, blah, blah. So she calms down. So I didn't see the girl's message after that.
Okay.
So in my head, I go, Luce, you know what we're going to do? I said, fuck these people. I said, this is what we're going to do. I go, I'm going to call her and I'm going to tell her she's going to get all her money back. All of it. Now remember, she's been there. They've been there for almost 3 days already.
Yeah.
So if it was that bad, wouldn't you call in the first? So you know it was bullshit, right?
Yep.
So I go, she goes, why are we getting the money? I said, Luce, I don't give a fuck.
Don't want to deal with it.
No, because I'm not playing these games.
Right.
So I go, they're going to get all their money back. I said, but they're getting the fuck out right now.
There you go.
Right now. I said, because you know what we're going to show them?
Yeah.
Most people think because they're paying you, like you own that, they own you, or I got to fucking, no, like.
You're running from me.
We're not millionaires, but guess what? I'm not hurting for your shit either. So I call her, I go, hey, blah, blah. She goes, hey, I'm sorry. I go, listen, I'm going to give you all your money back, but you're getting out now. And she's like, what? And she's like, well, let me talk to my, I go downstairs to see my wife.
You play these fucko games. Here we go.
So we hang up. I call my wife. I go, these people are coming down. So she's got me on speaker and Luce ain't saying a word. And if Luce ain't saying a word, she's fired up. Yeah. So I'm on speaker with all these people and they're like, well, you're going to give us all. I said, yeah. She goes, well, where are we going to go? I go, that's not my fucking problem. Well, how are you going to get us the money? I said, I'll Venmo you the whole thing right now. Yep. I said, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah. So they took it. They said they accepted the money. And they got out. Damn. Yeah. I said, listen, as soon as you keep bringing your stuff down, like while my wife is verifying that you are actually like moving shit down, I'll do like, well, they're like, we got to find a hotel. We came from upstate New York and blah, blah, blah.
Fucking New York.
I said, nah, I don't want to go against New York. I like New York. I really do. I love going there.
Fucking New York.
So, yeah, she's like, I said, they travel like 5 hours.
Yeah, dude, that's far. Upstate's fucking crazy far.
And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, look, go wherever. Sleep in your car. Go home.
Yeah.
You got all your money back.
Get the fuck out.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so it's those little nuances.
I like the fact that this is just because you decided to text and then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, this is the dirtiest, shittiest place I've ever stayed.
Right. In my head, I'm like, if I would have said nothing.
Get the fuck out then.
But if I would have said nothing, were we straight or what?
That's great.
But when I told you that.
You think the place is dirty? Get the fuck out of here.
Right. It's disgusting. Get the fuck out. But she did message in between and she's like, and she was requesting like a few $100.
Really?
So I missed that. Like I said, I called.
Yeah.
But that was my head. That's why I knew this was a game because.
Oh, so they were trying to stay the whole time and they were just giving you shit.
If I would have gave them like $300 back, everything would have been cool.
Oh, okay.
Get the fuck out.
That's a game.
Yeah. So we cleared all that out. Blah, blah, blah. Everything's done.
I don't do that ever.
Like, that's what I took it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I'm thinking like, if you put a bad food review on like fucking DoorDash or something like that, they refund you like all your fucking money. It's crazy.
I did the same shit.
I see what kind of game.
Here, take your money.
Yeah,
that's how it was though, right?
A little bit bigger though, yeah.
It is a little bigger, but listen,
great.
When I make my mind up, it's happening.
That's good.
So that happens, right? I looked at now they're leaving, right? So she proceeds to leave a review, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? Can't we just like act like no one ever met anybody? You know what I mean? So I'm reading it. And she's like,
where do they leave the reviews on the agency site or Google?
And then that'll affect your rating, right? Okay. So she's like, Chris was very nice, communicate, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
but his wife was so disrespectful, staring at me with her hand on her hip, and I'm like, hold on. I was like, think about what you're saying. Like, knowing my wife would like, if it, like for real. This is pre Frankie, right? Or no, sorry, Frankie was baby, right? So Frank, we're not calming down all the way yet. Like, if this was back in the day, my wife would have punched you straight in the face.
Straight in the face. I remember getting some heat at some point. That shit's crazy.
Yeah. So just straight in the face. So think about it. Like, we handled this How
like,
better could you have handled it?
That's fantastic.
Nobody's yelling at nobody. Nobody's insulting nobody.
There's a hell of a chance you're getting your money back just for saying something's
Yeah,
fucking
it's
dirty
just dealing with people. But you deal with all kinds, and it's a shame. But you get some good ones. You really do. You get some really cool people. We have a lot of people that are recurring. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're hitting us up like 6 months in advance, booking it.
Reliable income every year.
So if we were scumbags and the place was a shithole,
you wouldn't get anybody ever.
Would I stay down there? That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean?
It's fabuloso, man. That shit's fucking super clean.
Fabuloso bombs.
Fabuloso clean.
Yeah.
I like that. Damn.
I know. So a lot of stuff. I threw a few different in there, but
it's good. It's all rentals, man, and crazy ass fucking.
The best part about the seasonal stuff is somewhere between like 4 to 7 days. I will probably never see them again.
Also true,
right? It's different with the long term, the month. You're like, fuck, man, they got resident. Nobody's establishing residency. Nobody's doing that. There's no courts.
Quick money too.
Yeah, so you deal with the bullshit.
How many strikes are you at though? You're still at one strike.
I hope I have 0. It better not be like
it's not a cycle. After a year, it disappears or something.
I never asked the question, but I would assume when the season's over, we start over. I hope.
There's got to be more people with more strikes that are worried about anyways.
Dude, I read all this stuff, man. There's one hotel down there now that's trying to, I think, appeal like 29 violations in 1 year.
My God.
So that whole 3 strike rule boggles my mind anyway. Like, does hotels get a better, like they got more leeway or something?
I don't know.
29?
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's shut down. It probably is shut down.
That's like,
there's a couple.
That's more than like 9 years of violations if I need, like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, but they're down there. They're knocking more hotels down, so there's a lot of progression to build it up.
Yep.
Again,
that's gonna be nice. I saw that construction. That's nice.
Everybody knows I love putting little informational stuff in there. So we chose this purposely. Like this particular town was not really built up. It was the same when we were 12 to 35.
It was filled with crackheads at this point.
So I know the market has gone up anyway, but like our house has 100% more than doubled in value.
That's insane.
100% in a 5-6 year period.
Right place, right time.
Yeah, but we walked around there like we were looking for a place, and I'm looking and all, and I'm like, they're gonna build this up.
Yeah,
like shore. There's only so much shore property, and I say it all the time. Like when people are like, "Hey, I live by the shore," and then you realize like they're like just over the bridge. No, you don't.
No, that's
because guess what? When you go to the beach, you gotta pack your car
for the day.
Just like you're driving an hour away.
No walking the block and you're there.
If you can get a beach property within
2-3 blocks,
2-3 blocks,
your money.
You can't go wrong unless you get a Sandy come in and rip your shit down. But, but you know what I mean. But you roll the dice.
I guess that's probably part of the reason why the shore is getting the way it is, because I think a lot of people had to rebuild from that.
Oh yeah, and that's the other requirement. It's required to raise it.
Yeah.
So if you're doing
I've seen all them.
Like if your first floor was not destroyed, you can rehab it, right? And you can keep it livable. But if the first floor was destroyed, they were stopping you. You can rebuild it, but you couldn't make it livable on the first floor.
Unless you put you have to put the stilts on now, right?
Then you got to raise it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We've done it. We've done it. We've knocked houses down and raised it. We've built new construction.
I've seen them, and I'm like, I don't know how that house is sitting on fucking 4 poles in the ground right now. It's like a tree house almost.
Some of those pilings on ours were driven 35 feet into the ground.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
fair enough.
There's your answer there.
I mean, it's all probably sand and shit. So
yeah.
Wow. So all kinds of tenant problems as usual.
Yeah,
but that's part of the business.
But we're still making money. Still making money.
Especially there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Still making money. It's worth money.
Damn.
What do you got? What do you got?
I think that's it, man.
That's it? Yeah. No cool questions besides what we like to eat?
No.
Save them for next time?
Yeah, I think some of these questions probably pertain more to the Philadelphia stories.
Which is going to be next week. North Philly, here we come.
Yeah, I got a couple for that one.
Yeah. I should have had a camera back then and just
I wish
set it up on the street and just go.
Can you record? Well, you get footage on your cameras. Can you save any of that and like?
Oh yeah, but
Put
this
in
was
files?
you gotta remember. When I started in North Philly, it was
Not North Philly, but
Oh.
like the shore. You
Yeah.
have saved footage from any of that
Yeah,
stuff?
you get like clip. No, I don't. I mean, remember, I don't have them with the guns. I didn't have them with the
That
guns.
would have been
You know what I
great.
mean?
Yeah.
And where the lady jumped through the window, it wasn't the right angle, so I couldn't get that one.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
fair enough.
But
Well,
yeah, I wish I had him back from Philly.
For the future, let's put these cameras in the right angles.
I know,
so we can get
we
some
got
good,
to. We're getting shit done,
some
dude.
good
We
stuff.
got it. You know,
There
it's hard to work and
getting shit done. There it
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, I started in Philly in 08, Morgan.
Wow.
So
What the fuck was I doing in 08?
you're probably fucking overseas and
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the Captain Morgan comes in. Check your hat out, right?
True story.
Right,
True
there you
story.
go.
Facts.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
I liked it. Yeah. I got nothing else.
No, just everybody tune in because we're starting where it all. Next week's going to be where we all started from and how we evolved into where we are now.
And check out I highly suggest the YouTube version of this and not just the audio, so you can see Chris's awesome facial expressions.
I know I can't hide it, man.
They're
It's
awesome.
just-
I mean, that's how we're getting.
I knew about them, but now that I'm
these short
seeing my
clips.
face on there, it's like holy shit! Like this is like over exaggerated.
Should have seen it when I edited the last one. I had like, oh, that's a good one. Oh, I'm saving that one.
What?
Oh, I'm clipping that.
What are you
one.
talking about?
It was great. Like your face. Like I can clip the videos.
Yeah, but I
and
don't know.
I could pause it at each like facial expression
Christ.
and clip it as a picture.
Oh man,
That's how we're doing the shorts. It's fucking awesome.
all right, that's cool. It's good.
And then also, again, if you got questions, comments, I think we'll even do like a little Q&A session next time. This way, if people have any questions they want to answer or we want to answer on the show, we can do it.
Yeah,
So,
construction. I have no problem answering construction questions. Any financial stuff that I do know. I don't know everything financially. I know I have a vast knowledge in construction and
sure do.
flipping. So
Son of a bitch.
that's right.
All right, folks. That's it for today's show. And like every other freaking podcast out there, feel free to rate, comment, share, subscribe.
We need subscribe.
Like, and don't forget to follow us on YouTube if you are one of those peoples that need to see human faces. Time to the voice. But thanks for listening and watching. And this is Nailed and Screwed. We're out. No wide shot.
You want to jump in, tell a story?
No, I got no story.
Mom, you
No?
should.
You have to have a story.
You have a story.
You have no story? Every human has a story.
Absolutely.
Come on.
It's recording right now, so
It is, technically.
I'm gonna cut something in there.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, what's
Yeah,
good?
yeah, so
See?
there it is. That was easy.
Yeah,
Why not, you know?
exactly. You just got to break the ice and just get going.
There you go. All right, get going.
Yeah. Thanks for the delivery.
Meatballs and
Thank you.
rigatoni's.
Well, thank you.
Oh, meatballs too.
Yeah.
No shit.
Meatballs and rigatoni's delivered
right.
right to you
Delicious.
with ricotta.
Yeah. Are you going to eat this while we're doing this?
That's not a bad idea.
See you guys.
See ya.